Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Padma Singaraju. I'm the business analyst for SFPDM. I have Mr. Wade Gale, Manager Customer Support, and we are excited and we welcome you to the single family pool delivery module demo. We are going to give you an overview of the new features and walk you through My Dashboard, SFPDM Pools and Loans reports, and the new attestation functionality. I'm currently logged into My Dashboard as an authorized signer. My dashboard displays important information such as the pools that are assigned to you, your recent updates, notifications, etc., and allows you to access all information on one screen. The widgets and components are based on your roles and privileges, and you're able to see the information that pertains to your organization that you selected here, and everything is located conveniently in one screen. The bright circles that you see here, which we call the skittles, provide you at a glance full visibility to the pools belonging to you and at the various stages of the workflow. Below, you can also see pools that are awaiting final certification. You can also add a pool, which we will be doing shortly using the Add a Pool button, which is located in more than one place. On My Dashboard, it allows you to quickly access to add a pool and reduces the amount of clicks. As a PDM workflow generates notifications, various portable notifications, to keep you updated and informed about the progress of any actions that you need to take. These notifications, we will see more of these as we proceed into the demo. These recent notifications can be accessed from the mailbox that you see on the top, or the earlier mails can also be accessed from the inbox that is located at the bottom left corner. Wade, what do you think about this My Dashboard?
Oh, Padma, this is wonderful. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm sure you'll say, wow, what a difference, what an improvement from JennyNet. And we're hoping as we go through, you'll see what we're talking about. You'll never, as Letitia had mentioned earlier, should not want to go back to JennyNet, and I'm going to support that. But as you go along, you'll see the different features and you'll see how intuitive the system is for your use in your office. Padma?
Yes, thank you, Wade. I'm now navigating to SFPDM Pools and Loans tab. I'm giving this demo from a lower environment. There is some slowness at times.
And I hope everybody is enjoying their Thursday today. I'm just killing time until the screen comes up. So I would sing, but I refuse to do that today. Here you are, Padma. Go.
Thank you. So the pools and loan screen lists all the pools and provides various filters to quickly search and locate a pool. You can The schedules that you saw on My Dashboard are also present on the SFPDM Pools and Loans tab. These schedules not only give you at a glance the number of the counts of the pools at the various stages of the workflow, they also act as filters to group by the workflow. For example, I have 8 pools in a draft status. By clicking on this schedule, my pools are filtered to show me only those pools that are in the draft status. We will see this coming up now. You also have quick filters to refine your pools by status. These pools, some of these pools that you're frequently working on or you want to access easily can be marked as favorites, and those pools can be filtered using the favorites icon here, or the rejected pools that have been rejected by the custodian, etc. You could also search for pools by using these quick filters here by entering maybe a first few characters of the pool ID, pool structure, suffix, etc. There is also an advanced search option that offers a more extensive option to filter and search pools or a group of pools by using any or all of these combinations that you can apply. Once the filters are applied, you want to clear them, you could clear them using the clear all button that we have here. I will now move on to adding a pool by using this button here. We saw this button was available on My Dashboard. It is also located on SFPDM Pools and Loans. By clicking this button, it opens up a pop-up which allows you to create a pool in two ways. A pool can be created either manually or by using an upload. By using this button manually, it provides you with a blank interface wherein you are required to enter all the required fields and all the sections that we will see shortly. The second way of uploading a pool is by selecting an XML file. SFPDM utilizes a standardized industry accepted MISMO format for data submission. The file that you upload should be a zip file and it should only contain XML files. By clicking on this browse button here, I'm now navigating to the location where I saved my zip file. I'm uploading a pool CB1787. I select my file and at the same time, I'm selecting this checkbox that says validate against Ginnie Mae business rules. This selecting this checkbox informs the system to upload the pool, and along with upload, it is also applying the business edits, which we will look at shortly. Please note, as I mentioned, SFPDM generates notifications throughout. My notifications are coming in now. You see the numbers changing or increasing. SFPDM, we received some portal notifications informing us about the status of our actions. I got 3 notifications because I uploaded a pool. I will show you the notifications. The first one said that my pool upload is being processed. The second said the pool upload was successful. And the third one said the business validation passed. If you recollect, I selected a checkbox on that pop-up, which by selecting that, I've also requested the system to apply the business edits, which we call validate in the new SFPDM world. My pool now has passed all the business validations and that is informed using this notification that the business rules have been successfully completed. I can now navigate to that pool by clicking on this link here within the notification. So this is a quick access wherein after opening the notification, you click on this link and you directly move to the pool details screen. Wade, would you want to add anything here? What are your thoughts?
I am just loving it, Padma, and I think the users will too. It's much more user friendly. It's going to be more user friendly for them to actually import their pool in order to do manual entry. And I know you introduced something called business rule. I just want to say, in our old GenNet space, everybody is used to apply GenMay edits. So when you hear the business rule, is basically the same thing we're talking about. So you're going to hear some new terms, but we do have documentation for that, so you'll know what they are. Padma?
Absolutely, Wade. Thank you. So here I am on the pool detail screen. The pool detail screen is made of several sections that you could expand or collapse. This screen, just as Wade mentioned, is very, very user-friendly and presents data in a very organized manner. It combines the 11705 data entry along with the parties info, the general info, the master agreements, the certification agreement, the subscriber info, and the pool statistics, everything combined in one screen. You don't have to navigate out of the screen or go to multiple screens to populate these details. Everything is readily available in one screen. You could collapse or expand any of these sections by clicking this button and expand all of them again, or work on individual sections. The contact information of the account executive and the custodian are handily available on the top of the screen. By now, you would have heard some new names that we are, or terminology that we are using in SFPDM. For example, the field names that you see on the screen are different from what you are familiar with in GenieNet because SFPDM utilizes the MISMO standards. Some of the fields that you see here, for example, are called the trade book entry date, which is equivalent to the settlement date that we have in GenieNet. We have a reference tool that is on the top right corner called the legacy names, which gives you a mapping of the field names from SFPDM to GenieNet. Also, on the top, we have these buttons using which you can export a pool. This pool was created using an import file. You want to export it, you could also export the pool using this button. Not only are all the screens combined into one, the HUD forms are also accessible from the top of the screen using this button, the 11705, the 11706, 11711B, and also the edits report are easily available. It is not just limited to this. Depending on the type of the pool, whether it is a serial note, bond certification, or anything, the applicable documents are available right here using the Docs button. You could also delete a pool, you could save the pool, and you could validate the pool. um, in case you didn't choose to validate the pool while importing the pool, or if you made any changes, you want to reapply the business rules or the edits, you could use this button. Once the pool passes all the validations, this pool has passed all the validations, the next logical step would be to submit it to the custodian for approval using this. And there is also an application refresh button that is available throughout the application. And for manual issues, I want to present some more user-friendly features that are available. For example, the pool number here is CB1787. You're only allowed to use the pools that you're authorized to use. I give something else that doesn't belong to my issuer, maybe something like this, and I try to save the data. You're prompted with an error immediately. It says that you're not authorized to carry this operation because the spool number that you have entered upright, it tells you that upfront that you're not allowed to use the spool ID. I change it back to the valid pool ID that I have. Not just this, the way in which the validations are also conducted in the system will ease your data entry and minimize the errors while creating a pool manually. For example, the issue date of a pool can only be the current month or the next month. The two dates that you see here are already filtered. You will not be allowed to enter another date. You do not have the option to select a date that is different from the current month or the next month. The values in the filters are also pre-populated based on your selections. If you select a fixed rates Ginnie Mae to single issuer pool, the only options that are available are the applicable pools that belong to this combination. Also, the settlement date, as we all are familiar with, can only be a future date. It has to belong to the pool month and it has to be a future date. The calendar components that are available on this also enable only those dates. Holidays, non-business days are grayed out. You will not be able to select them. So this helps in minimizing the errors and also conveniently allows you to create the polls manually. There are field level edits that are available or the prompts that will also guide you on entering the right data. Now I will move on to showing you the documents on how to access them. I will show you how to generate any of the HUD documents. Example, by clicking on this, it will open a PDF for you. There it is. This is the 11705 form. That is the SFPDM version of the 11705 HUD form that can be generated without having to leave this screen. This pool has passed validation, but if there are any errors in your reports or in your validation, the error report can also be accessed from the docs. Wait,
Yes, what? Come
wait, is
on,
it?
this is awesome. I'm looking at this. Padma, you're actually doing a lot of the processing just in on one screen. In the
Yeah.
GenNet world, we would have to, if we're doing our docs, we would have to get out of the screen, go to our main menu, and choose reports. We don't have to do that there. We're doing it right up front. Now, if I want to do an export, I couldn't do an export in GenNet on the 11 on the pool details screen. I would have to go to data export. Same thing if I want to do a submission, I have to go to host communication. But now we're presenting these things right in front of the users to make their life, their daily work life a little bit easier. Just want to also mention about you notice that it's a pool identifier. That's a new change there. We're used to pool number. So those are some of the things you have to get. And one more thing that Padma did that I think is so super cool, pool numbers. In the current GenNet system, we would not know, or you would not know, if a pool number did not belong to you until we are doing our upload and doing our second validation on GenMa's backend system. Right now, we are catching it up front. That's a deal breaker to me. That's a good thing. So in other words, you know, if that pool belongs to you up front instead of at the back end, we would have to give you a call and say, this pool does not belong to issue 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a good thing. You are catching, we're making those things upfront for you. So there's a lot of benefits. Padma, could you just show them the legacy names so they'll have an idea
Absolutely.
what those
Yes.
look like?
This is the reference tool, wherein every new column in SFPDM, the field name is mapped with the legacy names that you're familiar with.
Okay. Thank you. Back to you, Padma.
Thank you, Wade. So not only is everything combined as a single screen, but while working on this pool, if you want to access any other pool that belongs to you, you could quickly drag the slider and it will give you a synopsis of the My Dashboard again, wherein you will be able to see all the pools. This slider, I personally feel, is a very useful feature. So now I will move on. This is how the pool detail looks like. Now this pool has 3 loans in it. Right? I will now move on to the loans tab. By clicking on this, it will take you to the loan summary screen similar to the pool summary. All the loans that belong to this pool are listed in the loan summary screen. This pool has 3 loans. We'll wait for it to load.
Again, is a testing environment, so it does have its own way of doing its own thing. So you just want to give it some time to get there. It is.
Yep. So this pool has 3 loans, and on this screen, if you want to remove a loan, add a loan, or check the removal of a loan, how it affects your data, or you want to search for a loan, the filters similar to how we saw on pool data, pool summary screen are available here. Also, the docs button, the delete button, and the validate button are carried throughout. There is more than one place where you could take these actions. Now, to navigate to a loan, you click on the loan ID, which is a link. By clicking on this, now I'm navigating to the loan ID screen. The loan ID, it has a similar layout and structure of the pool details. Exactly, it's made up of several sections the way we have the loan pool screen. I will wait for it to load.
Padma, you don't want to sing until, oh, there it is. Forget it.
There.
Forget it. Forget it.
So loan ID follows a similar structure as the pool ID screen, pool detail screen, and comprises of several sections for capturing the information, such as the pool header. The pool header information is carried throughout. This ribbon you see is available throughout. The pool statistics are conveniently located here. From the loan, you're able to view the pool statistics of this pool that the loan belongs to. There is this general info, the borrower info, the property info, and of course the note information, etc. that can be collected on the loan detail screen. Again, this is made up of several sections. Each of these can be again individually collapsed or expanded. The reference tool that we had on the pool details, we have a similar sheet on the loan detail screen too, because the names that you see here on the loan elements are different from what we have in the GenieNet world. So there is a similar mapping sheet that is available on the loan details. Again, on the top, we have the contact information of the account executive and the custodian. The applicable buttons for the loan details are also present on the top. This loan can be exported. Again, the 11705 and all other applicable forms can be downloaded from here. This loan can be deleted. You can save your changes. You can refresh your changes. Everything that you did on the pool details, similar actions are also available on the loan details. Wade, would you like to add anything here?
You touched on the piece that I was going to mention, and that was going to be about the account executive, because a lot of times users are not from too they might not know or the account executive name or phone number. Voila, in SFPDM it's there. You're going to have that information on your screen. Right now it's not populated where it says GenMay account executive, but that would be the person's name and their telephone number. So if you need to ask get any policy question answered, you can call them directly with the number right there on the screen instead of maybe calling us and asking for the number. It's going to be right there for you. So, and again, I like the way the system collapsed. So I can be working on just the loan detail piece, put in my information, And then I go down to, I'm ready for the general. So I open up the general piece and just start doing my data entry if I'm doing the manual piece. Of course, if you do an import, this information is all there, but there's a possibility you might be able to make a change. You can edit, just go to the particular area, make that change, and save the record. So very user intuitive, and I think the users will enjoy using the system. Padma?
Thank you, Wade. So we've seen how the pool detail screen looks like, how the loan detail screen looks like, how the documents can be generated. The pool was validated at the time of import. The next logical step would be now to submit it. So it can be done from various places. I'm moving back to SFPDM Pools and Loans tab. We saw the validate button was available on the pool details screen. You could also submit from there, but I just want to show you that the features are available in more than one place. So I'm now going to proceed to submit this pool.
And it will be here soon.
There
There
it
it
is.
is.
Yeah. CB1787. There are action buttons on the extreme right, using which the same buttons that you saw on the pool details, pool summary, loan summary are also available here. You could submit the pool using this button here under the actions, or SFPDM also enables you to do bulk actions. You can submit more than one pool or all the pools together that have passed validation using these checkboxes. By selecting these checkboxes here, you're able to take bulk actions for more than one pool. Now I'm going to proceed and submit this pool for attestation. By clicking on this, a pop-up opens with the attestation language. After reading and reviewing, you agree and submit it for the next step, which I will be talking about shortly. The pool you received a pop-up saying the pool submission request has been received, and of course there will be a notification following this. So the pool, we had 8 pools. The pool was in the draft status when we started this pool, and we were able to edit the pool, make changes, validate, and submit it. The pool will now move from the draft state to submitted for initial certification. The skittles have also changed. The pool has moved from one state to another, which is reflected in the skittle counts. It's coming up. So the next step is now that the pool has been submitted, it can take two ways. If the pool is good to go, the authorized signer can now proceed and confirm or attest to it in GenieNet. Or if there are any more changes, they can recall that pool and make further changes before they submit it again. The recall word that I'm using here is synonymous to what we call delete in GenieNet. And the same business rules of the sweeps, everything are applied. So the pool, we had 5 pools earlier. Now you see the pool moved from draft to submitted for initial certification. We have 6 pools. Now I'm navigating to attest these pools in GenieNet by using this link, attest pools, which is available on the SFPDM pools and loans tab. The purpose of doing this is for the authorized signer to view the same version of the forms that the custodian will be viewing at the time of certifying the pools. So this is the new attestation screen. Wade, would you like to, your thoughts on this?
Of course, you heard the word attestation. And I'm like, that is, and then you're thinking of, no, you're hearing JennyNet. Yeah, JennyNet has put this piece in to be a part of the process. So that you want to pay close attention how this is done and what will need to be done to actually send off the pool to the custodian for their certification. Padma?
Sure. So the authorized signer is now required to view the forms, the GenieNet version of the forms that the custodian will be viewing at the time of certification. And that can be done by selecting the pools that you would like to attest. Again, bulk feature is available. You could select individual pools that you would like to submit, multiple pools, or you could select all pools in one go by using this button. However, you decide to select your pools. After selecting the pools, the View Selected button will now be enabled. I have selected multiple pools to be attested in one single attestation. So when I click on the View Selected form, it opens a combined stitched PDF of the 11705 and 11706. I have selected two forms, so the 11705 is now a stitched PDF of the two pools. It's indicated here. This is 11705 and it has two pools that I have selected. Similarly, the HUD 11706 also opens up in a separate tab. In one combined PDF, you're able to see the stitched PDFs of the 11705 and 11706 combined. Now, after viewing the forms, reviewing and reading those forms, you can now proceed to confirm attestation. The button now gets enabled because we have selected the forms, we have viewed the HUD 11705 and 11706, and now we are ready to proceed to confirm attestation. Clicking on this opens up a pop-up with the attestation language, of course, that you will read and review, and then confirm to the attestation of the HUD forms in GenieNet, after which this is a regular BAU process of you will be asked to enter your credentials, your RSA token, and the pool is now submitted or available to the custodian for approval. So this completes the attestation process in GenieNet. Let's move back to SFPDM and see some of the other features that are available here. Wade, would you like to add anything on the attestation?
Yes, just want to let you know that you notice now we're still doing the submission of the pool after the attestation is completed. All that process is still going to be done in GennyNet. So you're going to of course use your verify your MyGenMail user ID and password. Then you go through the process of validating your put in your 4-digit PIN, and then you do your 6-digit passcode to actually send off that information, the pool data to your custodian. Padma?
Thank you, Wade. So now we will look at the new reports. SFPDM offers 3 new reports for your periodical reporting. The reports that are available are the final certification status report, the pool issuance for the month report, and the pool status report. These were not available in GenieNet earlier. Each of these reports are available and can be generated in both PDF and Excel format. I will be selecting one of the reports and show you how to generate this. I will select the pool status report, which includes all the pools. So you select the pool and the format in which you would like to generate it. It presents you with a variety of filters. I'm going to select all the pools, but you're free to choose any pool or one or more pools, any of the filters that you have here. And then you proceed to clicking on the download. Because I selected a PDF version, a, a PDF report is going to be generated now. I've selected all the pools. That was quick. I selected a lot of pools, and then the report is broken down by structure, by the status. The pool status, first status is submitted but not initially certified. It lists all the pools that belong to this category, and then moving on, initially certified by not issued. These are the pools that are initially certified but not issued, and then uh, of course, the last summary page. This is how the report is laid out. That's it. That's how you generate the reports. This concludes our demo. We've seen the new features on my dashboard. How a pool can be created using a manual import or importing an XML file or a manual version. How we apply the edits, how you save the data, how you generate the documents, and the new attestation feature by logging into GenieNet and then submitting the forms to the custodian. And then we saw the 3 new reports. This concludes our demo. And as Leticia stated in the beginning, I hope you all are excited and eager to use SFPDM.